Right, we're here for BCB's Media and Website Relaunch Day, big day for BCB Promotions. I'm joined by Kirstie Bavington. Kirstie, thanks so much for coming down, first of all. I really appreciate it. You've been a big part of BCB for a good number of years now. I remember from watching your very early fights on to winning that European title. It's been a big journey. You've had some big nights and some big moments, and as part of BCB.
Yeah, I think at the minute it's been a bit of a roller coaster. You have your ups and your downs, and I think I'm just back to rebuilding now. Just gotta go back and build myself, and then get the European title back in France. But yeah, it's been highs and lows, and you just gotta keep going. Yeah.
And the next time we'll see you will be on August the 17th. So you'll be boxing on the undercard of Troy Jones's English title fight at the Eastside Rooms. I know for yourself it's probably more of a keep busy fight for you. You know, you got in some important rounds earlier in the year, but just talk about the next fight.
Yeah, so I'm back out for a 6th round on the 17th of August. To keep busy, as well as just making sure I'm working on things in the ring before the European title fight in October. But hopefully, we can become more active. I was supposed to be fighting in June 29th, that got postponed, and now I'm back to, I need a fight, I need to keep busy. I can't keep just going to the gym and not having an end goal. It just mentally just breaks me down. But because I'm always training, I'm doing different things, but I need that fight, I need them rounds.
I know it was a frustrating period when there were these delays, and I know we spoke in the build-up to it, but knowing that opportunity will come back, and you've shown in the past that you really will take any opportunity. You're part of a historic fight for the British title, and you've had these fights on big arenas, and that's, I know, where you see yourself and where you should be boxing.
Yeah, I mean, that's the dream, really, to be boxing on those shows, and, Tyler's kind of done that. He's won, and he's stayed on there. Whereas I've got there and I've lost, and I'm back to the drawing board. But it's not always. Sometimes you have to fail in order to succeed. So I'm back in the smaller shows, back rebuilding the name, and hopefully that is the dream, just to get on those big shows. I mean, the memories will last forever. So you can't take those experiences away. And boxing for the British, or beating April Hunter and being on them big shows and having Lady Leisha walk you out, it's just massive. It's just the things that we live for as an athlete and as a person.
Now, boxing obviously is a huge part of your life, but fitness is in general. Obviously, following you on social media, you're involved in everything. I sometimes wonder, I know you're working as well, so I don't know how you manage to fit everything in that you do, but whether it's the charity football matches or all the various different fitness challenges at the gyms that I couldn't even begin to even know how you'd start something like that, let alone do what you do. But it is you, isn't it? It's a huge part of your personality.
I mean, that's why I'm a PE teacher. Sport drives me from when I was 5 years old, playing football and playing for Wolves, Blues, moving to London and playing for Palace, and it's just fitness, sports, just that's life. You get up, you play sport, you do fitness, and I've got involved with the high rocks and the core and, CrossFit and stuff like that. And the celebrity soccer now, I'm loving that. I'm loving getting involved. But it's just, everything's for a reason, and everything, is to build up you as a person, build up the brand, and just get people involved, because no one's going to do it for you in this game. Football's a lot different. You've got the team around you, and you collectively you win. But with boxing, it's just you. And boxing, you have to sell tickets. You have to make yourself look different than everyone else, because if they're just going to see the same boring fight out week in, week out, they're not going to buy any tickets. So you really need to promote yourself. And obviously shout out to Elevate as well.
Yeah, shout out to Elevate behind the camera. We appreciate Mitch for all his great work that he does. In the last fight you had, the one thing I saw was the passion at the end, and I wasn't sure whether it was a mixture of sort of relief that you've got that win, and it's almost like a second half of your journey continues. And does it feel that that's where you're at now? It's almost like what you've done before has come and gone, and for the next year, 18 months, this is a really critical time for you, isn't it?
It was. I think 2023 I lost 3 fights, which I manifested, and I believe that I would have won. I should have won. Everything was in place for me to win, but it just didn't work out. So I think the first fight in 2024, you know, I had to win, otherwise there'd be no point carrying on, in my head anyway. You know, people have followed me for 7 years now, and they've saying, like, you need to win to carry on. It's hard enough selling the tickets selling the tickets off the back of a loss is even harder, especially when I was on TV and, you know, I was on Sky, but to try and sell tickets at Birmingham Suite, not saying it's bad, but, you know what I mean, it's difficult.
Yeah.
And it was difficult 7 weeks mentally. I think things go on in your life and you just, you know, because I'm full-time working as well, and, you know, being a PE teacher day in, day out, it was difficult. It was a difficult camp, but I'm sure everyone else goes through that as well.
And what did the kids think at school? It must be pretty, because I remember when I was at school, my PE teachers played Birmingham City Ladies, and for the girls that were into sport, it was she was a massive inspiration. And what do they think about the fact when Miss Bavington comes back in with the belts and or a black eye maybe?
The kids love it. The kids love it. Like when I win, it's like, oh, Miss, you got a dub, and now because they know I will be boxing for another title. It's like they'll shout strap season from across the playground and stuff like that. The kids get it. It's the kids that do get it. The members of staff not so much, but we'll have to talk about that as well.
Don't worry about them. But and the final thing I want to say to you, obviously, you talked about 7 years, and it's mad that it's been 7 years that I remember being there for the first one. You were one of the early pioneers of women's boxing, particularly in this area, and you've seen now it's become the norm. But in the early days for yourself, it certainly wasn't. You know, you didn't have all these different girls to spar and things, and you've had to almost be treated like one of the lads in the gym, wasn't it? But that's made you a tough character, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been graft, you know. I remember being at Coop's camp, and you're just sparring men, like, in and out. And that's what roughened me up. That's what made me a tough fighter, because I needed those in the early days. Like, it really did toughen me up. I did a speech, like, I was invited to the England under-19s women's team to, like, talk about them, because they're full-time athletes. And, like, you know, they was talking to their coach to talk about me being a pioneer for sports and bringing it through. And it's true, we need to carry on. Like, you know, I've been an athlete since I was, like, young now. But, like, yeah, we need to carry on for the younger generation. So hopefully they can just walk into full-time athletes, whereas we've had to graft, and it's been difficult throughout the years, really. I mean, obviously selling tickets is horrendous, but yeah, you've just got to really sell your dream to someone else, I suppose, and try and get them to believe in you. My parents, they love the football, like, they don't really like me. I love, like, obviously I get hit a lot.
Yes,
so
it's hard for a mum and dad to watch.
They don't like that side, though, but they've got used to it now, and they can see that, like, it's my life, and that's what I just want to be full time, maybe one day.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, hopefully that one will come. Yeah. I mean, now we've got there's massive nights to come, but we're really looking forward to seeing you out in August and being part of a big show back in Birmingham. So thank you so much for coming down today, and thanks for your time. Thank you.